Hey guys, I'm Christy Darty and I am here to teach you about iPad lettering. If you just popped on, say hello. You're probably watching the replay if you're watching right now, maybe not. But still, you're welcome to interact with me and ask questions. So I'm here to talk about my iPad lettering course that starts Monday. Okay, and what it is you're gonna take your iPad, and if you have an iPad and an Apple Pencil, and you are going to be able to design. I'm going to teach you like different way, like how to use it, like what these different buttons mean, and I'm going to show you how to design something like that on your iPad. Okay, and so if you have questions, I cannot answer them right now because I can't see your comments, but I will do my best to come back to you and answer questions. So I'm excited. It'll be faith-based, so be doing a lot of scriptures. I just feel like this is the best time to cling to scripture and be reminded that God's in control and He's got this, and there's no need for us to fear. So a lot of the ones that I've been working on are things like this. I'm going to get rid of the screen so you can see better. Okay. That's the title of Jennifer Allwood's book, by the way, if you know Jennifer. He's the same today, yesterday, today, and forever. I will be giving you a template, so let me show you an example. I will give you something like, do a white background on here so you can see it. Come on now. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you not? Oh, I know. See, this is why I teach you stuff, because I know how to make all the mistakes. Okay, so I will give you a template like this, and let me make it black so you can see it better. And you will be able to trace it on your iPad. So it's great for you to be able to fill layer. No, I can't do this while I'm talking. Hold up. Select, fill layer. So there it is. Okay, hopefully you can see it better. All right, so I will show you how to download this to your app, which is called Procreate. So you will need to download that app. I think it's $9.99, worth every penny. I've been using it for years. I love it. It's so fun. That's the only other cost besides the cost of the course. The course is $75, but right now, because I love you and I know times are hard, I am opening it up to pay what you can. So if you lost your job, please don't pay more than $10. Okay, you know what you can do. You know, if you're uncertain right now and you're scared, I've got all different price points. So anyway, but you know, you pray about it, whatever's on your heart, whatever you feel like you can do. That's what I want you to do. Okay, let me show you some fun things about the iPad. Okay, here's the Apple Pencil. Some of you may think, I need to buy one of these right now. It's so fun. You'll love it. It's so therapeutic. And if you're a hand letterer, you'll understand how cool it is, because you can move things around easy. You don't have to erase and or you can erase, but it's easy on here. So I'm going to go back to another one of my designs. There we go. You can see that one good because it's bold. All right. And so I'm just going to break it down and show you. Hang on. Let me do something else real quick. No. Okay. So I'm going to break it down. I have a lot of layers. All of these things right here are layers. So you build on top of each other, and there's a very important reason why you do this, and it'll make sense in the course. Let me go back to that. In the course, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. So here is where I started. Okay, well, actually, this is where I started with nothing. And then I picked my background. So right here, there's an X in the corner. I'm going to add, I'm just going to do a plus. Okay. And right now, this color right here is black. That means when I write, it's going to be black. Right here is going to make my writing thicker. Okay. Thicker. Isn't that cool? So if I want to write a word, I write it. What if I want to make that smaller? Now I'm going to go fast right now, but in the course, I'll break it down. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll be able to, I'm going to do, the first week is going to be, I'm going to teach you lessons, okay? And the second week is going to be implementation, and I'll come live and we'll talk. I'll be like, okay, what are you struggling with? What is it, you know, you need help with? And the third week, I'm going to give you challenges. I want you to work on stuff, and I want you to put it out there in the world so you can inspire others. Okay, so to make this smaller, I'm going to click that arrow and I'm going to make it smaller. See, look. I can make it tiny or bigger. And now, see this box? The box is like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of, it's making like little lines. It's kind of like a hypnotizing lines, you know, where it's kind of wiggling. See if you can see that. They're moving. Okay, so you know that means it's like an editing mode. You can still do stuff to it. So I showed you if I take it from the corner, make it bigger and smaller, but I can manipulate it in different ways. Down here at the bottom, let me show you some of these. So if I want to freeform, if I want to just take this corner, or if I take this and I just want to stretch it, I can. Make it. Okay, the distort is where the corners are. You can make it crazy. Look at that. Isn't that neat? All the fun things you can do. I mean, this is just this is like a teeny amount of things you can do. Look at this right here. If I want to pull this in the middle, isn't that neat? Now I'm kind of making it warped looking. So fun. All right. What if I hate this and I just don't want it? Okay, I'm just going to reset. And then there's an arrow right here. Okay, I'm just going to go back and back until it's gone. All right. How fun. I wish I could see if y'all had any questions. All right, so let's start like from the beginning. Let's pretend like we're creating just a brand new thing. And I'm just going to do an 8.5 by 11 because I like to print out my papers. Where's my samples? I like to print out my papers. Here they are. 8.5 by 11. You know, it's a big size. Most people have it with their printer. And then I can hang it on the wall. I could fold it up, put it in an envelope, and mail it to someone. It's just such a good reminder to hang up. So I've got a bunch of these that I can put in a notebook. Anyway, but they're also, you're going to have them digitally so you can post them on social media. So if you have Instagram or even on your Facebook page, I can show you how to take this image and put it onto social media. Or you save it as a photo and you can text it to someone. You can email it to someone. All the things. Okay, so we're going to start from scratch. I'm going to take this. I bet you can't. No, you can't. Okay, I'm going to take this plus sign. And then you can't see this real well because, there we go, because it's white. Okay, but see all the screen sizes? You can make your own screen size, but I'm going to choose the 8.5 by 11, and it's going to open up a brand new screen, okay? I'm going to take my 2 fingers, and I'm going to squeeze together. It's going to make, it's not going to change the size of the image, it's changing my workspace. So sometimes I like to have it bigger. But, okay, when it first starts, it's like this. And I can't see, you know, I can't get to the edge very well. So I like to make it a little bit smaller because it's my workspace. You can also turn your iPad. So watch how this menu is here because I'm working in this direction. But if I want to turn, you see how it changes, then you've got your menu right here. Your layer, that was my layers right there, okay? Y'all, this is just... I love this so much. Okay, so here we have our blank canvas. We can go ahead and decide what we want our background to be. When you click on that, you're gonna click on layers all the time. So layers, and then the background color, you're gonna click on that and watch. You can pick any color you want. Look at this. Say you want bright yellow, there's bright yellow. Say you want green, Just keep playing with it. And I know there's a little bit of a glare. So look at that. Isn't that so fun? I could just do this all day, actually. Now, what happens when you find a color, you're like, oh my gosh, I love that color. I don't want to ever, ever forget that color. Well, you're going to go to palettes, okay? And you're going, these are all my color palettes. You're going to create a new palette. We'll just go to this one. I have it as Bible journaling palette. And I'll remember, this is what I want for my Bible journaling section, however. You're going to just click that box. These are all just black. And I've got that forever. And I'll know that's that purple color that I love. And I cannot wait to use it later. Okay, so now we've got our background color. Now, this background it's a layer, okay? So if I write on this, it's there. I can't change it without deleting it, okay? And this will make sense when you start playing with yours. So I'm going to back up, and here's why I'll show you. Actually, that's not on that layer. Oh, look. Okay, it won't do that on the background. That's good to know. So I'm going to erase that anyway. Actually, no, I'm not. Okay, so I'm going to add something else to this layer. Okay. No, I don't want that heart on top of that. I want it underneath it. So I'm going to go to my layers, and I can't switch them because they're on the same layer. So I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to add a layer. Okay. Now I'm going to make my heart here. And then I'm going to be like, wait, I want my heart underneath that. So I'm going to click. My heart is its own little person, and my swirly is its own little layer. Okay. What if I want the heart underneath? I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to drag it underneath. And it went underneath. Did you see that? These may not be the best examples. Let's see. Let's try. I just erased all that, okay? Okay, let's try this. I'm going to do a heart on one layer, okay? And then I'm going to do another layer. Change the color. Okay, let's just say I did not want that pink line there, and I could erase it, but instead, what if I just slide this and make that line go underneath, like that? That's so easy. It's easier than erasing. It takes, but you have to have them in separate layers, because if this were one layer, I'm going to put them together. Okay. Then if I can't move them because they're together. And I can't delete one without the other. Well, yeah, I can because they were in separate layers. Sorry. Not trying to confuse you. It'll make so much more sense when you get to play with it yourself. Okay, there we go. All right. Shadowing is so easy. Let's change the background just for fun. We'll see if you can remember how to keep that background color. Oh, gotta get a background. Okay. Let's say I go here and I want to go to the disc. What am I doing wrong? There we go. Okay. Remember how to keep a color if you just absolutely love it. I think darker is easier to see on the camera, but I'm not sure. I'm not a huge purple fan. I don't know why I keep going to purple. Okay, I love this. Let's pretend like this is my favorite blue. I want to save it. Remember, we go to our palettes. Go to wherever you want to save it. Let's go back to that Bible journaling one. And in the class, I'll show you how to make the palettes and stuff. Okay, forget it. We'll just do this one, okay? So I just tapped on it. Tap, tap. I don't need that many, but I'm just showing you how easy it is. You just tap on it. Okay, what if you want this palette? We'll go over that in class. That's a lot of information. Okay. So here we go. We're going to write on this. I'm going to show you how to shadow. So I'm going to write the word love again. Remember how to make the font thinner? Right here. Slide it down. Make it thinner. Okay. Let's put a shadow on here. Now, I want the shadow to be exactly the same width and everything. So I'm going to click over here to my menu, and I'm going to slide to the left, and I'm going to duplicate this, this one. Okay, I'm going to change the color. Again, in class, it won't go so fast. Or you'll be able, in the class, you'll be able to rewind, you know, watch again, because everybody will be at different speeds. So you don't want anybody to be bored either. Okay, I'm going to select that. I'm going to click on it again and fill that layer. So look, it's black, okay? But that's not the shadow, obviously, it's just black lettering. But when I click on my layer, I've got a white love and a black love, but you can't see my white love, right? But if I take off the black, the white is still there. So I'm going to click. Oh, another reason to be able to move this around is so it's not in the way of the menu. Okay, click back on my black, it's still there. Take it off, my white's there. Okay, I want them to both be there. I just want to move one around, okay, so I can make a shadow. So I'm actually going to make black be the shadow, so I'm going to slide it underneath there. So now I have the white on top, but I'm going to click on the black because that's the one I want to move. I'm going to take this arrow and I'm going to slide it over. Uh-oh. Do you see that shadow? You might not can see it as well. Let me flip them. How do you see it? Look how easy that is. And you can put it wherever. You can make it as far apart as you want, or it's barely showing. It's up to you. So y'all, if you are interested in this course, you're gonna love it. And again, pay what you can. If you have a friend that has an iPad and an Apple Pencil, they may love this. This is such a great thing to do during our quarantine time. And if you're here in Tyler, we just got shut in, or whatever you call it, to where we can't leave unless we're going to certain places like the grocery store. Or we'll be fined or put in jail. That's what it said. $1,000 fine or put in jail. It's like, oh my gosh. So I don't want to be a jailbird because I can't take this with me and I would be super bored. At least I can be in jail at home and I have something to do, right? I'm just making light of the situation because what else can you do besides laugh, right? And eat. Laugh and eat. I'm going to recommend not the eating part because that leads to eventually not laughing anymore. Okay, because, you know, then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't fit in my clothes. All right. What else could I show you? We can also do that with shapes. So let's say we want to make a heart. I'm going to do it thicker because it's easier for y'all to see. I'm going to make a heart. And to color that heart in, y'all, it's so easy. You just drop. Drag and drop. How easy is that? And then, let's see. Oh, if I want to change the color of that, an easy way to do that is pick my color. And right up here in the corner is where you have that color, okay? If it's black, it's going to be black. So sometimes you think you've picked a color and you haven't, but right now I have, and I'm going to slide it over. Voila. Look at that. How easy. Okay, and I'm going to duplicate it like I showed you earlier, and I'm going to change the color of one of them. Let's do this dark purple just to show you. Okay, now I have two of them. Remember, they're in layers. I'm going to make the blue on top. Purple's still highlighted. Whatever's highlighted is what the action's going to do. Click up here, slide it down, and I've got my shadow. Thank you, Lord, for the easy shadows, right? Okay, let's say we want to do some painting. Y'all, I love the painting part. There's so many brushes. These are the different brushes you can use, okay? So we're just going to go to painting, and this says Oriental brush. We've got oil paint. I love oil paint. Let's oil paint. We don't even have to make a mess. This is fun. Okay. I get a little excited. Can you tell? So I'm just going to pick a color that's kind of in this family, but not too different. Actually, I'm going to hold my finger on this. I'll hold my finger on this, and when I do, whatever color this is, it goes up here to the corner, okay? If I want this blue, I'm gonna hold my finger on there, and it turned blue. See that? So now I know that's the color I have. I wanna do the same shade of pink, but darker. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna keep sliding around, and now it's darker. All right? So I've got my, remember my brush? It's the oil paint one. So I'm just gonna go like this. Can you see that? It's pretty subtle. Let me change it a little bit darker. Look at that. It looks like, y'all look at, it looks like paint. Can you see that? Look at that. That's so cool. I'm so in love with this. Okay, now, what if I want to blend that? Uh-oh, look. What do? I don't want that like that. Well, since I made it in layers, I can take this and put it underneath and check it out. Okay, but I want to make sure I'm still on, okay, I'm still on this layer. And so now I'm going to take this blending tool up here at the top. See that blending tool? See how it's highlighted? It's blue, so I know that's the tool that's working. And I'm just going to start like blending this out. I'm not adding more color, I'm just blending it. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, so it blends even wider. And I'm gonna make it a little less subtle on this paper. I also, on my iPad, I actually have something, I put a, what do you call it? Not a cover, but what's that called? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. A protector on it, I guess, but it's kind of, they say it's a little bit more paper-like feeling, and you don't slide as much, so that's another tip that you might be interested in. So I am just, now some of you may have the question, well, what if I don't have a pencil? Can I just get a pencil and do the class with my iPad? Not necessarily, okay? The reason is because hang on. Oh, that was on the same layer. Because you have to have the right iPad. Not all Apple Pencils are compatible with every iPad. So you need to check that first. I don't know the details of everything. I know the iPad Pros work, which is what I have. And then maybe new iPads, I can't promise. Do your research, find out if anybody on here knows. But always ask a professional, because you don't want to end up buying something that, you know. Or do your research online and you'll find out. Okay, so I could sit here and do this all day. So I'm gonna do this. Now, I want to change my love, because I want that white to pop. Check that out. Do you love that? I do. I do. Makes the white pop. We can even go darker. See that? This is so fun. Okay, I'm gonna add, let me show you about blending now. I'm gonna make it a lot lighter. Let's say I wanna add some of this on here. I'm just adding the white around, and I wanna blend it. So I'm not blending right now. All I'm doing is whatever the blue highlight is, that's just painting. I'm just painting. But I wanna go to the blending tool, and I wanna start blending this together. Look, I'm blending the white and the black together. And I can be real strategic. See how I don't want the white to cover up. If I do the white cover up here, the love doesn't pop as much, which that's your prerogative. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to have the black underneath here because I want it to, ooh, that's pretty. But again, if I want black, I can either go back and add black, or I can slide it where, is anybody having fun yet? Or am I just entertaining myself? I'm in the dark here. It just got really dark outside because it's about to rain. There's 40% chance of rain. Let me see if you can see me better without compromising the iPad. Yes, it's so dark out there. Okay, I have so much to teach you, so much to show you. I have about 4 minutes left. I'm just gonna play around a little bit more. And if you wanna sign up for the course, you go to Craft with Christy. I'm going to add the little screen again so you can see my website. And when you go to Craft with Christy, you will click on classes, or at the very top it has, I think it says new class, iPad lettering class, and you'll click on that, and then you will get to choose your price. And I really appreciate y'all. I mean, I've had some really generous people, and I appreciate that because I know you see the value in the class. And then I have people that would do anything to pay more money, but they can't. $10 is the max. They can't do anymore. And I get that. I get that. So thank you. No matter what you pay, I appreciate you. All right. So what else should we do? Let's go to more brushes. Okay, so if you go down, I love the splatter paint. That's one of my favorites too. So I'm going to go to spray paint, and this one's called Flicks. All right. So I'm going to go, I'm going to keep that color, I think, and I'm just going to do some flicks on here. Check that out. Look, y'all. I love it. Up here. If you look at my work, you'll see I love the splatter paint. Now, you can go crazy. Look at this. Yeah, that's a little overboard. So all you do is back it up. Back, back. And if your pencil is not cooperating, it probably needs to be charged. But y'all, they charge so fast and they last so long, in my experience. I have the first generation one, and so I just plug mine in right here. Okay, here's my iPad. I plug it in here to charge, just like that. Okay, I can also plug it into my phone to charge. And I think it comes with some charging thing, but I don't use it. Okay, I just flipped everything around. Okay, again, I'll come back to questions because I can't see any questions you have. So I did my splatter paint. Let me add a couple. And they're really big, so let me show you. Remember how we make stuff smaller? Let's go over here. Our brush is highlighted. Remember, we have the splatter. We have the Flicks brush. There's different ones, but this is the Flicks. I'm going to come over here to the left, to this menu, and I'm going to make them smaller. And it even shows you a little sample right there. I might want them tiny. I love them big, but it depends. You don't want it too distracting. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and click. See that? I'm going to make them a little bit bigger too. So it's kind of nice to make them different sizes because it's more interesting to look at. I'm going to do one more big one. There we go. There's always one more. Now, what I'm doing right now is not like the prettiest thing ever. I'm just kind of showing you and teaching you how to use the program. So I'm not in love with all this. Let me change the background color and I like it better. Okay, we'll just stick with that for now. Okay, we're going to go to brushes. Look at all these brushes, y'all. In fact, I'm just going to take off this stuff so you can see some of these brushes. Look at these bubbles. You know what's happening right now? My pencil wants to be charged. This is not a good time. But I will show you something cool if your pencil dies. I could do this all day. Look at that. Look how simple you could do a project. Let me change this to a regular. I'll do a brush marker. Okay, since that's a brush marker, it's actually pressure sensitive. So if I want to do my lettering, which is thin up and heavy down, I just press harder. Is that not the coolest thing ever? Okay. Now, this is when my template comes in handy for you, right? So let me get my template for you, one of my templates. We'll just, you know what we'll do? We'll just pretend. Okay, I'm gonna start over from white. So when you started the project, remember it was just a white page. All right, and I'll show you how to upload a template. So let's just pretend like we uploaded. Just pretend like that was my sample I gave you and you were gonna trace that, okay? What you'll do is you'll upload it, and that's the image that I give you, okay? And then you're going to make a layer. Wait, let's go back to Pray. Okay, so we're still on the Pray tab. I hope this isn't too much. Again, in the course, it'll make more sense when you start playing with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here to this little magic wand. See that magic wand up there? And I'm gonna click on opacity, you call it what you want, and I'm gonna slide it over and watch. Look how that just starts to fade away, okay? And if I want it back, I just slide it across. This is how you'll get it from me. And then I would just go down to about probably 50%. Or you could go lower, it's up to you. And then you'll make a new layer, and you could do, you know, whatever color you want, and you'll just trace over it. You'll trace over it so you can work on your lettering, so, and work on your muscle memory. And you might be like, wait, I don't like the way she made that. I'm gonna change it up. And that will be great because you're developing your own style as you go. I know it's raining, I know. Do you want to tell the people hi? And then look, you can just pop that in and make a pretty heart. So anyway, see how simple it can be? It doesn't have to be hard or intimidating. It's a lot, but once you learn it, once you get a feel for it, y'all are gonna die. Okay, I'm a little dramatic. Okay, I've been here 30 minutes. That's enough for now. It's enough to get people overwhelmed, right? But I totally would love to have you in class. I think you will absolutely feel like you get way more value for what, even for the regular price. I'll probably go up when I do it again. But anyway, I just can't wait to share with you my passion and love for digital lettering. Okay, if y'all have questions, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at the comments. I'm going to answer them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.